Hello and welcome to another episode of Cocktails with Beers.
Yes.
I gotta remember not to say Life on the Water because that's our other episode. But this is our fifth episode of Cocktails with Beers.
That's right.
And what an exciting journey it has been so far. We have talked about so many biblical stories. We have reviewed the good news for us over the weeks.
Yeah.
And we have had many theme-oriented or theme-inspired cocktails.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, we've gone more towards that in the recent episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Yeah, we're trying to make this show make sense. Because we came up with a great name, and now we're trying to figure out what the show's going to be.
Retconning our way back into the name, yeah.
Yeah. So this week, we're going to look at Moses and the ancient Israelites being freed from captivity in Egypt.
Yeah.
And then they face the Red Sea, and they want to part it. So we're going to look at... that this week, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a heck of a weekend. Am I right, people? It was a heck of a weekend. An exciting weekend when we looked at the first part of our series that we're doing. Which I guess I should mention that, right? We're doing a series, so we're in the middle of our 4-part summer series, Out of the Wilderness. Last week, we looked at Moses confronting Pharaoh, saying, "Let my people go." And we looked at imposter syndrome. That was our big theme. That God calls us, and we can feel like we're not the right people, but indeed we are. And so this week, Moses has confronted Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Pharaoh has let his people go.
Yeah, we skipped all the plagues.
Oh yeah, definitely. All that. Yeah. We've all seen that in the movies, right? Yeah. So
yeah, we made a couple frog jokes, but then that was the end of it. Yeah.
So. No need to dwell. We get it, right?
Okay,
a lot of bad things. A lot of bad things happen.
So stuff has happened, and now Pharaoh has let the people go.
Pharaoh has let the people go.
Right.
Moses is leading them to the promised land. Pharaoh changes his mind. He's like, "What have I done? Who's going to make all of these bricks for my pyramids?" And so he starts chasing them down with his army. Word gets back to Moses and the ancient Israelites, and they start to really biting their nails a little bit about what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they get to the Red Sea, and they see that obstacle in front of them, and they look behind them, and they see the dust billowing from the horizon as the Egyptian army is in hot pursuit. And they say, "Moses, what are we going to do?"
Yeah.
And so Moses reaches out his hands and prays. So that's our theme this week, the power of prayer. And sometimes the only thing you can do is just pray.
Yeah.
Right? And hope for the best and trust that God's going to come through for us one way or the other. Right? Yep.
Yeah.
Knowing that not all prayers
sometimes in unexpected ways.
Yes, and not all prayers are answered in this life. We do know that. Yes. So we are looking then at a cocktail that is prayer themed.
It is.
And I think we came up with one. Would you like to?
Yeah. To be fair, you found it, but
I did.
So it's a cocktail called the Maiden's Prayer, and it dates from a cocktail recipe book in 1930 in London, which is again gin forward. So yeah.
Yeah, we seem to be very
we're stuck kind of gin
oriented.
Yeah. But I think we're gonna get out of that next week. So yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. With tequila and Tabasco sauce. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get ready.
The assumption is that there's a really popular song at the time that had been written decades before, but had been retooled by Bertolt Brecht into this opera.
And we're talking decades. We're talking like the 1850s.
1850s, yeah, in Poland, and then it got but it was like a jaunty, fun love song kind of thing.
Okay, so someone in 1850 and a Polish woman had written like a song without lyrics,
like an earworm, just a really super catchy song
on the piano, right?
Yeah.
And people really liked it, right?
Yeah, and so then it got sort of words got added, it got put into this opera, it was popular, and so the assumption is that the bartender was being a little bit cheeky. And he took this idea of a maiden's prayer and named a drink after it.
Okay, so this is like 1930s,
you know? It's a little... Yeah.
Okay, so it's about 1930s, right? So so we're looking at 80 years have gone by.
Yeah, 90. 90
years, has it been that? 1850 to 1930 is 80
Oh,
years.
I'm sorry, I thought you were saying 1930 to 2020.
Oh, no. But several decades afterwards,
many decades in both directions. Yeah.
People are writing operas about it, and some bartender in England is like, "Hey, I like that opera. I'm going to make a drink after it." The Maiden's Prayer.
Here we go.
So that is what we are going to make, and I'm going to follow a recipe from the Washington Post. because it just looks like the best recipe, so that's what I'm going to do.
It didn't require any super weird ingredients, which there are some versions that were like,
Many of our cocktails are going to be revised.
Yeah.
Just so,
like a splash of elderberry.
We don't elderberry. I don't even know what that is.
What
is that? Do you squeeze an old person or something? Or I don't understand where elderberry comes from. Okay.
That's the name of a...
Oh, okay. So anyway, we're going to make the Maiden's Prayer. So what you want to do is start off with gin, as we have been doing for a while.
Yeah.
So we'll bring that over here, and I'll move this water bottle out of the way. It's been annoying me ever since we said roll camera. All right. And,
it is your water bottle, so yeah.
I know, it's my fault. That's why it was there. And we want to start with a good base of gin. All right, so I think we're going to do 3 ounces for 2 drinks, right? Good base there. So 1, 2.
I'm doing this because I was wondering if you miscounted last week.
Yes, and 3. Yes. Yeah, last week
I don't
thought
think you
maybe
did. In post airing revision, or I looked back and I think you got it right.
I'm gonna make sure that that I do count from now on. So then you want to get your triple sec, a good Day Cooper, good nice one that's what is this, $10 for this giant bottle? It doesn't. So we are going to put in 1 ounce for 2 drinks.
Oh really?
Right. Okay. Yes, just 1, and so that one's pretty easy to count. Just go 1.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about miscounting.
This is a different recipe than the first one you were planning.
Well, that's
things change.
That's
but that was the one that called for 5/6 of an ounce.
That's why I'm the pastor. Think on my feet. All right, here we go. Orange juice. Got to shake that up, right?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Now, one of these recipes called for 2 ounces of orange juice, but we don't like too much orange juice in our drinks.
It overpowers
It
everything.
really does, and it makes everything taste like a screwdriver,
Right.
and I don't particularly care for it either. So we're just we
scale way back.
we halved it, right?
Yeah.
So because one recipe said this should be a gin sour, and so we like sour drinks. So we're going to use a big fat lemon and just a little bit of orange juice, and I'm going to drink some now. Hits the spot. So here we are. The next thing here is our lemon. And our lemon squeezer.
Excellent.
1 lemon. I'm just going to put them right here on the island.
Yep.
Right there on the news desk.
That is going to be a good sour drink, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
It's
your
going to
mouth
be delicious.
Is your mouth watering out there? In,
let's
see, we called it podcast land for the podcast. What do we call this? Live streamland?
Yeah.
Live streamland? All right. So now we want to do. You know what I do? I like to do what they call a dry mix, right? So you just sort of swirl up the dry ingredients before you put the ice in there. And you put a lot of ice in there to chill it off. Let's bring this guy over here. All right. Now, the trick is to shake this so much that the lid sticks and it struggles. You struggle to open it, right? So, yeah. This is going to be a lot. I do wonder if it's going to fit in those glasses. All right. Now, it says to garnish this with an orange, but we don't have one.
We don't have an orange.
Plus, I don't do garnishes.
Yeah, as established last week.
Okay, so we'll fill that up here for you. Oh, look at that. It's a beautiful color.
It is.
The pictures have it much more orange, like an orange juice, but this is much more like a lemonade. Right? So much more like a sour.
It actually looks a lot like the drink from last week.
What did we have last week? I kind of forget.
It was the gin with the sherry.
Oh, yeah. We didn't like that too much.
No.
Yeah, it didn't have too much flavor
It
at all.
didn't taste like anything, but
It tasted like nothing.
Right. It was
an imposter of a drink.
It was.
That's what it was.
It was very
an imposter of a drink.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So this is the Maiden's Prayer.
Yeah.
So cheers. Let's see what this is like. I do like it.
I like it. It's not as sour. The orange juice.
The orange juice really sweetens it up.
It sweetens it up a lot. Yeah.
So we like sours.
Yeah.
So a gin sour and a whiskey sour, things like that are perfectly good. We can sip on those while watching a movie.
Yeah.
Delicious. We don't mind it. But let's say you do. You're like, ooh, a whiskey sour, a gin sour. Oh my goodness, I like my stuff sweet. this is a good thing to do. Like
I would recommend this one. Yeah,
yeah, because that and maybe you might want a little more orange juice to sweeten it up because we have the orange juice. So that would have been really sweet. Yeah. If we put a lot of orange juice in there.
If you just reverse the ratios of orange and lemon that we put in, I think you have sort of the original Maiden's.
Yeah, I think like if you like a sweet drink, you would probably. And you like gin, you would probably have a pretty good flavored drink. So
and then you could put a little umbrella.
I'd make another one of these. Yeah, why not?
Sure.
I mean, let's face it, I'm going to use the rest of that orange juice for Mai Tais, but I might throw in another one of these.
Just into the mix. Yeah.
All right. So this gets, we need to have a ranking system.
We do. Yeah, we need. We'll work on that.
2 beers up?
We will work on that. Yes, we have a.
We'll work on it, but for now it's 2 beers up.
2 beers up.
2 beers up?
2 beers
Double fisted?
We need a little sign.
like a drink could be a single fister or a double fister or something like that.
Okay, all right. We'll think this through. We'll think this through. We'll make the art. We'll get this together. Yeah, okay.
But for now, we'll say this. The Maiden's prayer. Is a winner. Yeah, I like it. All right. So until next week. Here's to life.
Yeah.
Cheers.
To life. Cheers.